Hey, what's new and exciting? It's Kevin O'Shaughnessy here. Hope you guys are all staying safe. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about how patterns in music can make us feel certain things. And I'm going to do a kind of an over-analysis of Metallica's Master of Puppets, probably over the course of the next couple of videos, because I just think this song is absolutely amazing. I was inspired a little bit by a channel called The Art of Guitar. He's been doing a huge Metallica kick recently, and it's inspired me to go back and look through some of their catalog. And of course, I come back down to Master of Puppets, one of my all-time favorite Metallica songs, might be yours too. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on what makes this song really, really cool. Rick Beato also did a video on this a while back, what makes this song great. And he delved into some of the theory elements and some of the technique elements and stuff, which was really cool, very insightful stuff. But I want to focus on how the music patterns they chose actually evoke certain feelings, right? And it's why this song is so powerful. It's really a trifecta of the lyrics and the music and the performance that, in my opinion, really make this song stand out, not only from other Metallica songs, but other metal songs, other songs in general. This is just from top to bottom an absolutely amazing song. It's fantastic. So let's take a look at the introduction, okay? I'm sure you all know it, but obviously it sounds like this. Okay, so there's our riff. Now, from a music theory standpoint, of course, you can go through and say, okay, well, it's the chromatic scale. We're using all of the frets from the 12th fret all the way back down to the open E string again. And that in and of itself is pretty cool. They managed to come up with a cool musical lick that uses all 12 notes of our musical system. That's pretty cool, the whole chromatic scale. But what I think is really cool is, what is the feeling that riff actually suggests? And to me, it's the idea of falling into the seventh circle of hell, right? Now, why is that? It is because if you break it down between the unmuted notes and the muted notes, okay, what I would think of as being the melody notes and the pedal notes, right? This low E, all of these muted E's, those all serve as a pedal tone. So what we've got are two muted notes followed by a melody note. We follow that for a few beats. Then we've got three chords that actually create a little bit of a pause. Then we go back to the original pattern. Then we switch the pattern. We only put one muted note. I say we because we're playing it, but obviously Metallica wrote it. Now they're only putting one muted note between the melody note. Then they take out the muted notes altogether, right? So why is that cool? Well, the melody starts to speed up as you descend, right? So we've got... So what you've got is a tune where you feel like you're falling, you kind of catch yourself a little bit, but instead of being able to get your bearings and climb back up, you start falling further, and then you start falling faster until you make your way all the way to the bottom, right? So think about that when I play that again. Pretty cool, right? Now, to illustrate this just a little further, I'm gonna invert it. Okay, so I'm gonna play it ascending instead. Now listen to what this sounds like. This is gonna have a totally different emotional effect on this riff. Check it out. Totally different feel. First of all, this almost sounds like it's in a major key, right? Especially with this ending. Instead of just really heavy, that sounds major almost, right? Totally different thing, especially descending. That's our flat 6 chord. That's a C chord in E minor. But if we go up, that's a G sharp minor chord, which you'd find in E major. totally different emotional impact on that riff. So that's what I've got for you today. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. We'll cover the rest of the introduction and maybe some of the verse riff next time around. But this is just something that I don't see a lot of people talking about. But think about those patterns when you're listening to music. What is that pattern, that musical pattern? What is that riff saying? The direction that something can go in. Whether the notes are going up or down or staying in the same spot, can have a huge impact on the emotional content of that riff. And that's something that is definitely worth looking at. So anyway, I hope you stay safe. In the meantime, practice the guitar. I am Kevin O'Shaughnessy, and I will see you in the next video.